And hello there. This is the second episode of Podcast from the West. I am Victor.
I'm Nick.
I'm Ryan.
And today we're talking about two more films. What do we got here? We got Sorceress from year...
1982.
Okay, there we go. And Ginger Snaps from, I believe, 2001? 2000?
I think 2000.
2000?
It came out in America in 2001 and South Korea in 2000.
That's...
All right, there we go.
Wow, okay.
So,
off to a good start here.
So, Nick, you maybe want to break us down with a synopsis of Sorceress?
Sure. Sorceress. 1982 fantasy epic from New World Pictures, Roger Corman's production company. It's the story of two twin sisters raised as warriors, and they have the secret power of martial arts. And together they will overthrow their biological father, the mystical wizard Tragon, so that he doesn't rule dominion over the land.
How do you remember that? That's spot on.
I have a big brain. It's big brain time.
Big brains.
Big brain time.
Okay.
Initial thoughts. What did you guys think?
Ryan's up.
that is definitely some 80s fantasy dialogue. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Not good.
Quite enjoyable. Humongously goofy.
It is a big, humongous mess. It is funny. It is bad. I actually don't really like it.
I don't. I don't.
I mean, there's some funny moments, but overall, it's just like, okay.
Dude, this was a bore.
It was
Really?
I fast
I
forwarded
was having a good time with it. I was having a good time because probably no surprise. I watch a lot of schlock cinema and I know what that entails.
Yeah.
But this was like one of the ones where it's like, okay, it's keeping my interest plenty good.
Interesting.
There's some hilarity coming decently off the regular.
What parts kept your interest?
Yeah.
What,
Well, for one thing, the
what
acting.
parts?
The acting
For
overall.
what reason?
It's just goofy. We'll get to that in a second. He just made a motion, a very dirty motion. No, the acting overall is bad, but
Oh, yeah.
tons of fun. I think my favorite, the golden award goes to Tragon, the guy playing Tragon.
yeah.
That guy, his deliveries are so interesting.
They're over the top.
Really over the top. And I loved pretty much every time he spoke.
Yeah, had some good, like, cape.
Yeah, he's got the cape action.
stances.
I wasn't expecting to see his thighs as much as I
There
did.
was thigh action
That's
from Tragon.
right, yeah. That was
All you ladies out there.
quite the show there. Wow. Going gaga for Tragon. Then you got our lead heroes, famous Playboy model twins.
Oh, yeah.
Were
And- Yeah,
they? Oh.
that explains why they were so liberal with
Yeah.
the assets.
Well, I mean, that's like every 80s fantasy movie, though.
This especially,
It's
though.
basically exploitative. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. Actually, rewinding a bit, I was actually quite excited when we found out what we were watching. Not because of that. But when the credits rolled up, I was seeing a lot of like familiar names behind the scenes.
Yeah.
So this is produced by Jack Hill, who made films such as Coffee and Switchblade Sisters, a lot of these famous exploitation movies from the 70s. And apparently he directs under a pseudonym, which I found out later. And you have a script written by Jim Wynorski, who wrote movies like Chopping Mall and Dino Croc vs. Super Gator. And that kind of, and you have Roger Corman's production company backing the film. So I knew I was in for some kind of ride going in. It was kind of pumping me up a little. Expectations, you guys didn't have much expectations for this.
Kind of met my expectations, honestly. Like, the music was exactly what I imagined it being.
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's talk.
Oh,
We have
mic
a
down.
mic down.
Sad mic.
All right.
Let's talk sound and music. Music overall pretty actually really fantasy generic.
Yeah.
But
Oopie.
there's a caveat to that. This movie makes
is?
liberal use of the theme song from Battle Beyond the Stars, which was a Roger Corman-made Star Wars knockoff from 1982.
Oy.
The reason why. Well, hang on. Let's back up a bit. That theme song was composed by none other than James Horner, who composed such fine films like Aliens, Avatar, Titanic, The Rocketeer, 48 Hours, Commando, so on, so on. He was one of the most gifted composers of all time. Sadly, no longer with us. Rest in peace. But But yeah, Battle Beyond the Stars had a pretty decent score, and it found itself being used in a lot of other Corman productions of the time. And this movie, Sorceress, makes liberal use of it in most any other fight scene. And that made me so happy because, one, it sounds a lot better than the rest of the music. It's just better composed and better produced. And two, it gives life to otherwise really goofy and dated fight choreography. It kind of lifts the mood a little bit.
Yeah.
The fighting was laughable.
How about
Yeah.
the sound effects for the bow and arrows?
I was just gonna say
Memorable.
that you're gonna hear that a lot when you get bow and arrow action in this movie.
Right.
And also, they use a Star Wars sound effect, like a genuine Star Wars sound effect in the movie.
What is it?
Here's a spoiler time. Get ready, folks.
No one's gonna care.
No one's gonna care. But spoiler time.
Spoiler alert.
At the end, when you got that floating head in the sky that's all fucked up and everything,
Oh,
she fires the laser beam. The sound effect is the lightsaber sound, the lightsaber activation sound effect.
I didn't even pay attention to that.
Well, I did, and I was like, ooh, 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 oh my god, it's there. And then I was just like, oh, come on, you're ripping it off. But then I went back to like, ooh. I'm being kind of weird tonight, pardon me. Pardon my French.
So, yeah, I don't really know what to talk about with this movie. Ryan, do you have any points? Anything that interested you? Because
the only thing more forced than the rape was the writing.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
The demon lion Chimera looked depressed.
Oh,
Yeah, okay, yeah,
that
that was
a lot more anticlimactic than I was.
that was a
He didn't do anything.
And he just kind of float there and move
That-
his paws around.
that
But it was a
was-
cool idea. I'm glad they mixed it up a bit, but I was like, oh, yeah, all right.
that was a genuine letdown, I think.
Yeah, they could have done a lot more.
Yeah, the lion could have done more. Actually, the effects as a whole, big letdown. Fantasy 80s fantasy film, you expect some amusing special effects, but this movie barely had any. I didn't think they had the budget to cover a decent effects budget. At best, you get some wizard powers, some pyrotechnics, and some makeup and that chimera lion spirit fella.
Yeah, it was a boring fight. It was him and the large mutated head. I forget the names of either of them.
They were just staring at each
They
other.
just- yeah, and they just the head would hiss every so often
Yeah.
while they were having a battle on the ground or something.
And
I can't
lightsaber
remember.
a laser beam at them.
Yeah, not great.
Yeah, it's quite honestly, it's just static shots of the lion flyer and the head. They're just sitting there in one frame space doing nothing. It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, the production. This is turned into the Belts cast. What the heck? The
You got a contagion, fella.
This is where it begins. Ground Zero. The costumes were horrid.
Cheap.
The locations
So cheap.
were bad.
I liked the village
The
Village
village
was
was
nice.
fine.
because it looked the most natural. I think.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, they put some huts there. All right,
They
cool.
went-
That looks good.
They went to the
outside.
Renaissance Fair down the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was good though.
There was a market that looked all right,
The market was good.
but the castle and everything was a little obvious.
The what?
Wasn't there a castle?
Yeah.
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 You want to know what didn't look all right?
No.
The monkey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Dude,
which
you wanna
monkey?
talk- Ooh.
Jarringly
Which
a
monkey?
costume.
No, okay, which
the
monkey?
one that wanted to bone that lady. You
Oh,
remember
that the freaking
I will
the
give you
Mr.
what you
Thomas looking
want.
guy or whatever.
I was like, what is going on here?
He's making goat noises.
Oh, you want
Dude, the goat man.
Mondo or whatever his name is?
I called him Goat Boy.
I
at a
hated
point.
it.
Dude, here's exactly my bullet point on him. Goat man is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you.
That's
That
what I
was
wrote.
Hideous. Oh, I
The
hated
sound
it.
effects.
Just in his face. And
I was
his-
in hell.
I wanted to
Fuck
punch
outta
it
here.
so hard. Like,
Dollar store Chewbacca.
like if I saw that in real life, I'm taking it down.
Yeah,
I'm
kill it.
Bow and arrow, you're done.
bow and
Not
arrow.
even bow,
you
fire.
sure?
Just
You
burn it
sure
to
a bow
death.
and arrow, not like a 12 gauge shotgun?
Well, if they have it in medieval times, then sure.
It needs to
Manilva
be
times.
killed.
Medieval.
Time travel and read a freaking dictionary.
All right. Yeah, so that was a good rant about goat creature.
Goat Boy. I'm calling him Goat Boy.
This is just, there's not much to talk about with this movie.
That's
It's what you
Sorceress.
expect.
I got
it's,
stuff
It's
to talk.
cheesy. It's got nudity. It's got bad acting, bad action. But, if you're into that sort of stuff, then, you're going to have a little chuckle every now and then. But
Yeah.
overall, it's probably not one of the better corny, cheesy fantasy films you're going to see. I think it's probably one of the lesser ones, maybe. I don't know. I'm not really...
I would agree to that, yeah.
It is.
I haven't seen a lot of them, but I can just assume.
How about that pathetically built barbarian character?
Was he the guy that looked
don't
like
remember
Gimli?
No.
I don't... Oh, was it the prince?
With the fro, rocking the fro with the loaded dice?
Oh, the little thief.
Oh,
yeah. He's supposed to be a barbarian. But did you
Yeah,
see
not
any
bad.
muscle on that guy?
could have fooled me.
I don't expect Lou Ferrigno or anything, but some biceps would help.
That reminds me of the scene, the love scene.
What do you think of the sex scene?
Yikes.
That I'll give him credit for creativity, but that was
like
just
how they have
uncomfortable.
the twins just laying on the ground moaning while they're just like, oh, I wonder what's going on with the other girl. And they're,
So
oh, they're
corny.
and it goes on for like 5 minutes.
You just needed dopey
Just
music,
moans.
and the scene would have been better
Interesting
complete.
scene.
Don't. Bruh.
Bruh.
Yeah, well, have Playboy models will exploit heavily.
I don't know if there was anything to exploit, man.
Sure.
That's what it is.
Well, they only go topless for 1/3 of the movie. It's just saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
And there's no blood. It was.
Oh, there's blood. It's bright freaking red, too.
Wait.
It's like...
Oh, I just can't remember.
It just
then.
gets on the swords.
Oh,
yeah.
well,
It's on the tips of the
sucks.
swords. It looked
I
really
want
bad.
puddles of blood in my 80s fantasy.
Yeah, me too.
Give me a break. And I want effects. I want special effects.
You got it. Those...
Yeah, you got it,
the
dude.
girl children were glowing at the start of the movie.
That would be. I would have to say that was my favorite effect shot, just because
It's classic.
it's classic, and the Battle Beyond the Stars music makes it more epic. But
What's
that's
the weird Gandalf dude? I don't even want to talk about him. I hated that character.
I didn't give a
Aqua
crap.
or something.
He just came out of nowhere and he's like, "Here's the plot," and then
Yeah.
left, and he came back and said it again.
You know what impressed me most? I think just for talent, not for any other reason. Mostly any other reason. In that marketplace, you got all those dancers dancing around. It's clear they're flexible. They can do
They
some
got
dance.
good belly dancers in the movie, so if you're into belly dancers, this is
Yeah,
your thing.
just fast forward to that section and you're good.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Yeah. I pretty average, below average,
Kinda dookie.
kind of dooky
movie,
80s
bro.
fantasy film. It's enjoyable enough, I feel. Definitely a party watch. Don't watch alone
I
unless
did.
yeah.
Wanted to kill myself.
Yeah, unless you're like me and watch too much of this crap. Then
Your brain's rotting, bro.
get some friends together. Maybe a 6-pack. Maybe your best bong. I don't know. Something to make the experience better. Otherwise it's a
I think this is still going to be boring.
You
Mate.
think?
Yeah.
I mean, it might. It dragged.
kind of a little bit.
It doesn't have enough.
Yeah, not quite enough.
It doesn't have enough.
No recommend.
Not quite.
Are we done with this film?
I
get-
want to be. Let's rate it. So
Fine.
what was your... We already know what our least favorite part was. It was the goat man.
Yeah.
Fuck the goat.
Our favorite parts. If you had to pick one.
Turning it off, man. I didn't like this one at all.
Okay, let's do a realistic favorite part.
I think I just like the Chimera and the big head. Even though they looked lame, it was just like, okay,
It was
this is better than
something.
yeah, it's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I'll take anything at this point.
I just like any time the Battle Beyond the Stars music played. I think I'd just rather watch Battle Beyond the Stars again, which is slightly better than this film.
Well,
So I'm going to give it the same rating for the good and bad. I'm going to give this half a star. I would never watch this again. Ever.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it 1 star, closer to a half,
Yeah,
a quarter.
I'll go 1.5. I'll go 1.5.
What's with the half? What's with the 1.5?
It's mainly the party watch aspect. I think this would be fine. Like not as the main attraction to
Yeah.
a party watch.
We're coming over to watch
Can you
Sorceress,
imagine that
bro.
party? Whoa.
No, this would be like
I want to die.
this would be like starting your Godzilla marathon with Godzilla's Revenge,
Okay, fair enough.
which is kind of what we did back in the day. So
So you start with the worst one, and then you just work your way up.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Well, that's Sorceress, everyone. I hope that really was an
Titillated you?
enthusiastic, very recommended, heavy discussion.
Hope I didn't
So,
steal the spotlight too much.
We don't recommend it. We're gonna move on.
Goat man, girl children.
Goat man, go to hell.
Girl, children, boobies. Okay.
Goat man can
Boobies.
go
So
to hell.
Boobies. So next movie we have is Ginger Snaps.
I couldn't wait for this one.
This one showed some promise.
Ryan and I were
couldn't wait.
sifting through some movies to find, and we popped this up, watched like 10 seconds of the trailer. We're like, all right, this is it.
My experience was
Yeah,
this
let's
is one.
hear it. Continue. Go on.
Okay, yes. So my experience was, I'm kind of bored with streaming libraries. So most of my nights are just I coast through different libraries and desperately try to find something to watch. And I'm looking in genre movies a lot, and this one always comes up. It's one of those movies that keeps coming through, showing its face, like, "Hey, I'm still here. I'm ready if you need me." It's kind of thing. And so they say we're watching it, and I'm like, okay,
You're like, all right.
yeah. And also my mother was
time.
Yeah.
Also my mother was kind of wanting to watch this too.
Did you guys watch it?
We sat down together and watched it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we got a good kick out of it. We liked it plenty good. Or not plenty good. We liked it good.
Yeah, I laughed a lot.
Ooh.
Yeah. In a good way or a bad way?
It was this movie's making me laugh a lot.
Oh boy.
Like,
Okay.
What did you think, Victor?
I kind of love it.
Boy howdy.
I was really liking it.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It was up my alley.
There is some to like about this movie, surprisingly.
It's not like a bad movie.
No.
It's just
I
not.
want to hear
for
Ryan's
me.
Go ahead, man.
thingies.
It felt like it was written by a comedy writer,
Oh.
and then the editor cut the movie as if there were punchlines and jokes.
I think there was some dark humor, but maybe
Dude.
not to the extent of what you're going on about.
When the
We didn't give a
The
plot synopsis.
werewolf-
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, what is
Shoot.
it?
Okay, I'll
Plot
sum it
time.
up real quick. Two sisters going to high school, Bee and Ginger. They're kind of the outcasts of the whole place.
She snaps
One night,
them.
walking home in the dark, Ginger's attacked by a werewolf, and
3
she's
times.
horribly mauled. And a werewolf is killed, but she finds herself infected with the werewolf curse. And over the course of the film,
curse.
you see her slowly turn into something else, something a lot more menacing, devilish,
That's
mean.
that's yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's Canadian. This is our second
Yep.
Canadian film.
Second
Yes.
Canadian
We
We
film.
gotta keep it
Things
going.
was first.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now I interrupted you. What were we talking about now?
I laughed so hard I almost had tears running down my face during the mauling because they did it 3 times.
Yeah.
The wolf comes over, mauls her, drags her away. I'm like, dang, all right, well, let's go find her. They go to find her. She finds her sister. She comes back from the mauling. She's like, we gotta run. The wolf comes back, mauls her again, and drags her back out into the woods.
Yeah. Yeah.
She comes back a 3rd time, and it's like, I need help. The wolf comes back again and mauls her again.
That's
It feels like the sea bear thing with SpongeBob.
Oh.
And
they
it
hate
Yeah.
running more than walking.
dude, it was
That
that
was.
was pure late 90s, early 2000s edge.
I
Yeah.
was thinking of you the entire time of this movie because this felt like upscale Nickelodeon TV movie.
Oh yeah.
Just with a lot more blood.
Yeah.
And-
yeah.
Surprising.
It felt like that. It felt like Nickelodeon television movie mixed with a Kevin Williamson horror satire, like Scream or The Faculty.
For sure.
Yes, it has that edge to it. It felt like it could have been at points written by Kevin Williamson, but it's kind of weird tonally. I'm kind of mixed on it, but I'm fine with it. It has dark humor in there, but towards the end it gets more serious because this girl is succumbing to the werewolf curse and everything. It's getting pretty serious. They really sell you on this. Like it's starting to feel dire the more it goes on. She's literally transforming before your eyes.
I like before they even get to the werewolf thing how angsty and how dark it is from the beginning. Just they're talking about a suicide pact that they started when they were so young.
Yeah.
And it's got this very hot topic, early 2000s edge to it.
All it's
And
missing was
good.
All it's missing
I
was
liked
some
it.
Alice in Chains.
Sure. And yeah, I don't know. I really liked the two sisters as characters and their chemistry together. I thought was fun to watch. And I don't know. I think story-wise it's pretty simple, but I kind of like how it, it's nothing new, but to kind of form this gnarly element to it with like lichens and myth with
With
puberty
science.
and growing up and trying to figure yourself out. I like how it kind of mixed those two things together.
I agree there.
Yeah.
This actually, I was really surprised by the body horror aspect of this.
Yeah, it
Like,
was
they
gnarly.
went Cronenberg a little bit, and I was plenty surprised. Like that was their mark on the werewolf cinema, and I thought it worked really well. And the two sisters have a believable chemistry. They act really well, and you're kind of pulling for them the whole way, or at least I was pulling for them.
Yeah, I think they were written well, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're good, and it really is. I've used that too much.
Really is.
It does go through those themes of puberty and being the outcast, fitting in, and all that, getting left behind, and at the same time, it's putting further spin on werewolf cinema by going along with the curse aspect, but also mixing it in with like our common day science, because they're talking about. There's a big plot point where they talk about finding the equivalent to wolfsbane and making some kind of cure out of it, and I thought that was pretty neat. One of the side characters is a pot farmer, and he's got this book full of plants and whatnot. I thought it was really neat.
Early 2000s horror.
Yeah.
Drug dealer.
Drug dealer. He was a good character too. I liked him.
Yeah.
Dead air.
Music was good too. I really liked it. It had there were some. Yeah, I mean there were some like licensed tracks, but the kind of gothic horror symphonic score I thought was pretty good when it was used.
Yeah.
And of course there were some like kind of like alt metal tracks thrown in the mix.
Yeah.
And some stuff like that. But I mean, in the context of everything, I think no complaints. Yeah.
I thought the intro music was extremely goofy. And the credits.
I liked it.
I think it was a mix of that mixed with the like early 2000s edgy montage. No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying it was goofy because that's what I grew up with, and I'm like, this.
You just see it like laid out in front of you, just
Seeing
like
it now. I'm like, what a formulaic thing I've seen. It was goofy to me.
Oh man.
Yeah. Special effects pretty damn good.
Dope.
Dude.
Creature effects pretty cool.
The werewolf though.
At times the werewolf was
A little rubbery.
It was very rubbery.
The final werewolf looked rubbery and kind of stiff at times, but some shots look really cool what they do. Like there's one where he leaps over a table and it looked really cool. There was hardly any CG, like any post effects.
I don't remember now. Was it CG when he got hit by the van, the first one?
No, that was
Probably
practical.
Okay.
That was an exploding werewolf.
Okay.
That's how you do it.
I don't remember.
Full body explosion, a jib, as it were. Yeah, practical is good. Lots of blood.
Lots of blood.
Lots of blood.
Probably because it's a period movie.
Ha.
Oh, there you go.
Ha ha.
There you have it, folks.
Ha.
That would make sense.
The makeup applied to Ginger as the movie goes on. I like the details in that. So
She looked like Rogue from the early 2000s
She
X-Men
did.
cartoon.
She did look like Rogue. I said that.
identical. You did?
Yeah,
too?
I said that when I was watching
I said it too.
She's gonna touch someone and pass it on. She'll have memory problems. Yeah, all the little details they applied to her throughout the film. Like, I remember I got excited when they added fangs to her in scenes.
Yeah.
Her eyes got more sunken in. She's growing hair from her claw marks. That's good detail.
She got stomach nipples by the end of it.
Yeah. Yeah, the effects, I can't complain a whole lot, except for animatronics. Just a little.
But for the time, it's just.
But for the time, yeah.
They did what they could.
I don't know what the budget was on it, but
And for an or at least dominantly practical effects production, not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Well, if you guys like this one, there's like 5 sequels.
there are.
There are.
Yeah, all by different people, but there's still it's 5 sequels.
Yeah, and the sisters come back in a couple of them.
Yeah.
I think we
The
should.
second one's a prequel, and the third one's actually like the sequel.
Oh.
Okay.
That's interesting. How that first werewolf got there, I imagine.
Probably.
I would like to
Probably.
cover the other two if we can find them at Scarecrow or something.
Yeah, at some point down the road.
Yeah.
If
No,
he's-
we're doing it for the next 2 films.
If Ryan's not too put off by the choice.
What else we got?
I'll tell you. Here's some random stuff. The dude that pissed blood and was screaming at the urinal.
Oh, that guy was in a trip.
That was
Hilarious.
great.
Yeah.
What? And then he ran out and he's like, "What are you looking at?"
Yeah.
my red pen just exploded. That's it.
That's it. My red pen exploded.
Why are you
Primo.
walking off like so
Primo.
awkwardly?
I like the mother. The mother was really funny.
Dude, she gave cake to every girl that had a period.
I
Dude, that
loved
was
it.
hilarious.
Yeah.
The dad was good too because he's just like
You're just useless.
You're
just like,
What was her freaking?
yeah, dude.
I don't my
just
phone on
sits
me. I
there,
can't-
doesn't do anything. It's,
Yeah, and then also, you guys noticed the during the reshoot, the very clear reshoot with the fight with the dude outside with the syringe.
Oh yeah.
Obvious reshoot. They obviously had maybe 5 minutes to film before getting kicked out. It was really obvious it was a reshoot, and that dude was Heath Ledger's Joker before Heath Ledger's Joker.
what do you mean?
Like if all the fanboys are like Heath Ledger's Joker is the best,
Yeah.
watch Ginger Snaps. This man delivers a Heath Ledger Joker back in like 99 when they were filming this.
Oh, did he have a good laughing fit? I don't remember.
No,
he talks exactly like him.
Okay.
That's right.
It blew my mind. I couldn't shut up about it when I was watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, up in that little girl's face and whatnot. That was interesting.
It's kind of awkward. He just got up and just walked away with a syringe in his neck. I was like, are you going to...
Yeah, he doesn't
the
pull it
syringe?
out.
I gotta go.
I was like, why? Get it. Get the
Pull
the
it
meds.
out.
What are you doing?
Pull the friggin' thing out.
Yeah. That was a little goofy.
But the
Very
aspect of her passing on the curse to people she hurts, everything, that's interesting. Kind of zombie-esque.
Kind of
sort of.
STD-ish.
yeah,
kind
which kind of missed the period mark. Like what the heck?
How so?
I don't know.
Oh, you think it went off topic? Sort of thing.
Well, they were really hammering me over the head with like, this is about periods and menstruation, and they're like, well, it's kind of STDs too.
yeah.
Because it also, as she becomes this new woman, then she's, being more flirtatious and she's getting with these guys and kind
She's
of...
sexual. She's
she's-
growing
yeah,
hair. And
yeah, exactly.
She turns into Barf from Spaceballs at one point.
So I don't know why they had her infect other people. I don't know. That wasn't
Still,
necessary, but I guess it added a little bit of a interesting
yeah, still
mix
for
of
like a pre-it
problems.
follows. It's very pre-it follows kind of thing.
I guess, yeah, when we were,
I like
yeah,
it.
I get what you're saying there.
Yeah. The actress in question I was talking about was Mimi Rogers. She was formerly with Tom Cruise, my mom tells me.
Is it the mom?
Yeah, the mom.
Oh.
Your mom?
Not my mom.
Oh, whoa.
I thought you were just talking about your mom.
No, the mom in the movie.
Didn't she say your mom told you?
And my mom told me about this mom in the movie.
Tom Cruise's mom?
No, not Tom
Mimi?
Cruise's mom.
Whose mom?
Not
Minnie?
Tom Cruise's mom, that's for sure.
The Mimi mom?
Mimi Rogers.
Okay,
Yes, Mimi Rogers as the mother in this movie.
gotcha.
My real life mother told me this mother in the movie, the actress that plays the mother in this movie.
Is Mimi.
Oh, this mother...
I get it. I understand now. Okay,
Okay, great, cool.
cool.
So, Ginger Snaps. Anything more we're talking about?
I thought the opening was hilarious where the kid's holding like a severed paw.
Yeah.
Mom runs out front.
Yeah.
She's like,
They got him.
They got him! He's dead!
All
And
the
then it cuts to a shot of kids playing hockey and they're just like, just keep playing, I guess.
Yeah. They look over and
nuts.
then they go back.
It's a normal thing, bro. I don't know what you're so freaked out about.
She's Louise, lady. Maybe you're on your period or something. Oh, we're gonna get canceled for that one. I know it.
Bro, we're gonna get
For which one?
demonetized.
I didn't hear the comment.
Oh, okay, good.
What
No,
was
we're
it?
just talking about
No,
periods.
it's fine. It's fine.
Say it again.
If you didn't hear it,
What was
it's-
it? Say
I want to
again.
hear it.
No.
I wanna hear it again.
Okay, fine. Gee, she might be on her period or something.
Whoa!
I already made a rape joke twice. We're good.
Okay, then. Let's go down together. So, Ginger Snaps.
Let me.
Ginger Snaps.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think I just like
that's-
saying Ginger Snaps. It's a catchy title.
Dude,
like-
once I realized it wasn't like about cookies or whatever, and
Oh
it
my
was
God.
a literal explanation of
That is
snapped.
exactly...
Ginger went off. She did that.
Ginger Snaps.
She did that.
That is exactly why I did not watch this movie. Because
for all
you
the
did.
years.
cookies. Ginger cookies.
How can you be so?
I'm kind of a tool.
Well,
you know?
I can't believe it was so literal. Ginger Snaps. What's the movie about?
I feel like that
Ginger
wasn't
Snaps.
the original title. That just seems too obvious. There's no way.
Producer got a
Like-
hold of it.
Werewolf film, Ginger Snaps.
That doesn't scream werewolf.
That just
though.
screams like
That
hey, we're
screams
just-
menstruating werewolves.
It's yeah,
You
right.
know it.
Yeah,
Anything
I don't know.
anymore?
I liked a lot of it. I have no real complaints. Sure, it's a goofy film, and there's it's not perfect, but
I'll
for what it
say-
is, I
Sorry, I'm
really
cutting in a lot.
liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm glad we had this to balance out with Sorceress. Because
Yeah.
good grief.
It's a good bounce back. I'll say this though. I wish my one of my complaints. I will say I wish the movie could have been faster, a little faster.
Act 2 is where that begins. The scene drops, and they lose the goal, and the characters just start going places.
Yeah, it just kind of hangs out for a bit. Because, like I said, it has that air of Kevin Williamson to it. And those are fast films. You watch Scream or The Faculty, your attention's there all the way.
Yeah, it could have been a little shorter.
Yeah, could have been shorter, or they could have just tackled it faster, sort of thing. Like maybe say your lines faster, or do this action quicker. Exactly.
I don't know why that happens every time we're about to end one. So, least favorite parts?
Favorite parts. Let's see here.
My favorite part is that it actually felt like a movie.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like an early 2000s movie, and that's not a problem.
Sure.
That's cool. Like, it's dated, and I liked that. And then my least favorite was probably... I don't know. I'm going to think about it. You guys can talk.
My favorite part was anything. I think anything with special effects, because it looked pretty decent for its budget and its time. All practical, so there's charm to it automatically. Least favorite parts.
Oh, I know what mine was, the montages. They were hilarious, but not my favorite.
Yeah, I think maybe the starting moments of the movie, because I was still trying to figure out what its shtick was beyond just the two girls that were death obsessed. Like they were taking pictures of each other for a project and whatnot. So I guess it's kind of a rough start, not a rough start, a wibbly wobbly start of sorts
Wibbly wobbly.
before it finds its character.
Favorite part, nothing in particular, but I just like the overall tone. I really like the two main actresses. I think they're interesting characters, and just the plot overall, it held my interest. To be honest, I don't have any real complaints. I don't have a least favorite scene. I'm going to be that guy.
I'm going to be
that guy.
No problem.
Mr. General. General Martin.
General. Hey, I'm sorry, all right?
You're a
And-
3-star
do?
general. You're a 3-star general.
All right.
And as for ratings, 1 to 5, what are we looking at?
I'll give it 3. I can see the appeal in this movie, even if it's got quite a bit of flaws. Not quite a bit. Like got a few flaws. Going
Name
on.
one flaw.
The pacing. The budget wasn't high
Is that a
enough.
flaw
I didn't
or
see.
preference?
No. Okay. Yeah. The effects were good. I liked the two leads. And it has that air of Nickelodeon television and Kevin Williamson set comedy. But it could have been faster. Not all effects looked good, and yeah, just it wasn't fast. It wasn't quite fast enough.
All right, what's your score?
Huh?
What's your score?
3.
3.
Oh, 3.
I said
yours?
3.
Shoot.
3.
I'm going to go with 4 to 4.5.
You're kidding.
Whoa.
Guys,
4.5.
I don't know what to tell you.
That's fine, but wow.
It just surprised me. It surprised me. I don't know why I like it so much. I don't even know if I should, but like, I just found it very, very, very enjoyable.
Don't do it.
I don't see enough movies with that sort of tone, and I'm like so fascinated with just like the early 2000s. There's so much nostalgia there for me, even though I wasn't, I didn't remember too much of it because I was only born in '96. But like, there's just still hints of just things I enjoy of that time period and the atmosphere and the look and the music. It just it hit home for me, I guess. I don't know why, but it's just how I feel about it.
I can feel that because it's sort of like early 2000s. The 90s were bleeding in a little bit. We're in that transitional period, so you still had that 90s charm, and the 2000s, the new millennium, we're still trying to figure things out as far as a culture and like look and attitude sort of thing. So I see where you're coming from with that.
Good coming of age with a lot of blood and gore, which did not expect at all.
Way bloodier than
Like,
I thought
I was
it
like-
gonna be.
Yeah.
very taken back, but
I found my daughter's prop fingers in the yard. I don't know why she put them in the fridge like real fingers.
Yeah.
and
Oh, I
props,
forgot that
but-
happened.
I was like, why do you
I mean,
put them in a
sure.
container?
She knocks out the popular girl or straight kills her. That was actually okay. That might actually be my favorite.
Oh,
bit.
dude, yes, her head hitting the corner of the table.
That was
countertop.
my
Brutal.
favorite bit.
That was clever. How
Kills
they-
her, and then the parents walk in. They're just
Oh,
taking
yes,
pictures in the
That was
blood
clever.
pool. Love
Love it.
You want to taste it, Dad? It tastes like corn syrup.
corn syrup, Daddy.
Oh man.
I'm gonna hit that with a 2.5.
Ooh.
2.5.
All right.
Maybe a
Understandable.
2 on a bad day. 2.5.
Okay.
Understandable.
Well,
All right.
I think that's all we got. Any
That's your
last-
double feature for
Ginger snaps.
for the
Sorceress and Ginger Snaps, 2 different kinds of films. Yeah.
Have at them if
any
you
last
please.
comments?
I prefer ginger snaps tenfold.
Yeah, Ginger Snaps all the way.
I guess
She
technically,
did that.
I guess technically Ginger Snaps, but Sorceress. It's still I still can see some appeal in it a little bit, but not.
What do you
not
mean,
all,
technically,
Not
like-
all the way. Not all the way.
If you,
a little
you're
bit.
unbiased, like what would you rather watch again?
Oh, probably Ginger Snaps.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. I think you're back.
No,
Sorceress.
Ginger Snaps has more going for it. It feels like a movie with purpose.
Feels like a-
and there's kind of a cult following with this movie.
Does
That's
that mean
what it
you
looked like.
it more though?
Yeah. I guess I'm just beating around the bush here. Yeah. I don't know. I was enjoying Sorceress at the time.
He
but
likes Sorceress more. That's
I like
not,
it,
that's
but
not a
Ginger
problem.
Snaps was better. Ginger Snaps was better.
But which one would you prefer to watch again?
Ginger Snaps.
No,
Yes.
I want a different answer.
we know which one he likes.
Fucking Battle Beyond the Stars then, because I like the music.
See, that's not a problem. We're just wondering which one you like more.
Yeah, yeah, sure. With a 10-pound anvil coming down on my head, slowly,
Yeah.
ever so gracefully.
So it doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Well, any last comments? Any concerns?
I like the dog getting swung around by the hockey stick. That was pretty funny.
Let's see.
Why
here.
can't I remember that? What's the scene? Play out the scene if you can remember, or context.
It just cut to it. I was getting food at the time, but I came back and a guy is waving a hockey stick around with a dog chewing on it.
The
What?
bigger kid. He was like, "Come on, get off, Roofy!"
Oh,
yeah, dude.
yes.
That was a
You know
good
what I
shot.
thought? You know what I thought? I thought that was the goalie from Mighty Ducks. He's about that fat. I swear.
Dude. Same dude.
Could be. I have to check again. The fat ratio was very close, if memory serves right.
Just
Yeah.
Good,
Can I pick the movies next time?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Damn it.
You're like poopy, and then we're like, "How are we gonna watch that, Nick?" And
Says
you're
the
like,
guy who picks
Look at my
Sorceress.
toilet, and we're gonna look in his toilet. It's gonna be poop and pee, and we're like, "Nick, we can't watch."
Says
that.
the guy who picked Things.
Okay. Things was a good time. Don't lie to yourself.
Good time. We can talk about that next time. No, we can't. That's a good movie.
I would like to, but
Do we talk
have
good
we
mo-
have to cover some more obscure things, and we'll move on. We'll move on to maybe a little bigger films.
Will we do
in the
good
next 10
movies?
episodes.
Stick
Maybe-
around
maybe
and find
20
out on
episodes.
Podcasts from the West. This is Nicholas signing out from Seattle.
All right, bye, Nick. So what's up, Ryan?
Oh no, dude, what you been doing lately? I'm gonna let you guys listen to me drink water.
Ooh,
Oh, I got water
this
too.
is bonus for all you Patreon.
I didn't leave the studio
Patreon
yet.
supporters.
I didn't leave the studio.
Oh, that's so loud. That's gonna be disgusting.
I spilled on my pants.
So what we got coming up next episode, we have a top 10 of the year. That's probably,
Yes.
I don't know when we're going to be doing that. Hopefully by the end of the week, if everyone's free.
Fucking spilled.
Next week, hopefully sooner than later. We'll
Damn.
probably add in Best of
this
the
is
Decade in that list as well.
God. Shit.
And then we'll probably be talking about Uncut Gems soon after.
Hey, you
or
got a dryer in
before.
this place.
Shh, I'm trying to talk. You. Because we just saw that tonight, and it was really hard not to talk about it. So we will be talking about that.
Uncut Gems is pretty good.
So that's that. See y'all next time. Thanks for tuning in.